So a lot of people kind of have struggles with holding babies. And when you have a baby on its back for a long time, it can affect its neck strength, but it can also affect the skull shape. Because when a baby's first born, they have that soft spot on the top of the head, the frontal. It usually takes about a year for that skull to solidify and fuse and become a solid bone. So up until that time, the baby's head is kind of vulnerable to becoming deformed. Typically it happens because a baby will spend too much time kind of on one side of their head and looking one way, so that head kind of flattened on that side, and as a result it starts bulging out, so you might get some deformity around the skull, around the eye socket, the forehead, etc. So that instead of having a nice round shaped head, you're going to have this kind of obtuse kind of shape. And also the neck will get so stiff that the baby will have a hard time looking the other way that it doesn't prefer. So a good idea to try to make sure that you're trying to get a good balance of kind of looking both directions. So usually babies like light, as you can see here. The Weston wants to always look towards the light, so you're wanting to make sure that you're not always facing the same way. So for example, my chair, with him, he'll be looking to the right to look out the window, so I'm going to want to sometimes face the other way, so he has to look left to look out the window. Oh boy, he'll be gone. And also you want to make sure that you're getting him off the back of his head. So I'm kind of holding him up right here. And a good way to do it here is I have him straddled between my legs. And I'm going to try to do a couple different things for you to see. But I'm going to support his arms here. So some babies are going to be a bit more floppy than others, right? Weston's getting a little tired here. But, you know, I'm supporting his hands with my fingers. And then I have just my thumbs on either side of his head, so if he does flop, I can kind of squeeze his head a little bit and control that. But if you can also see, I've got a bit of space between his back of his head and my chest, so it's making him work a little bit, right? I mean, there's different things you do to encourage like rotation of the head. So, like I said, switching your chair so that the light's on the other side. But sometimes you get these kind of flashy toys. I used to have this little flashy toy and a stick, and I would kind of bring it back and forth, so then it makes the head or the baby kind of move its head back and forth. So there's kind of one little trick to do while you're sitting. Sometimes I like to do, I call it the football hold or the Superman hold. So I'll show you that here. And that's where I put his legs over my forearm. Oh baby. And then I'm going to support his head with my fingers, so I kind of put my fingers, my thumb and forefinger on either side of his cheeks and his jaw, and then kind of hold him like a football, like a running back kind of, and then make him work this way. So just make sure you're not choking him, right? And I'm going to try to like change sides, so you can carry him on either side. Yeah, and then just make him work that tummy time. This is like an advanced tummy time exercise. So I can do that with my right arm, but I'm also going to do it with my left. I'll show you that. He's probably getting a little tired because we've been doing this for a while now. Here's the football hold in my left hand. And then again, that will usually encourage him to look that way, see? And I have my finger and my thumb supporting just kind of around his jaw, so I'm not choking him. I can also put my hand under his hands to make him push a little bit with his arms to kind of do a little semi-push-up. Yeah, see? And you can adjust how much you make him work. So obviously more horizontal, that works more. More vertical, that works him a little less, because then there's less gravity pulling on his head. Right? And then, like I said, see, switching arms is good, because typically he's going to want to look out. So when I have him in my left hand, he's looking to the left. And if I had him in my right hand, he's going to be looking to the right. And one last one I'll do here, because Weston's getting a little fussy, is some side to side. So when I have him in that original position in my head, tilting him slightly to the side, and then that makes him kind of pull his ear towards his shoulder one way, and then see him on that side, so that makes him pull his ear to the shoulder on the other side. Usually for this one, it's fine to have a mirror in front of you, so then the baby can see themselves in the mirror, and that keeps them looking straight ahead, so that you're getting that pure side flexion, we call that, but side to side. Or have mama in the front and dad's doing this, or vice versa. And then you really can test him by, like I said, how horizontal you put him. That's going to work out more, versus more vertical, that's going to work him less. And it really depends on your baby's head, right, and the neck and how strong they are. Obviously, as they get older, they will have a bit better head control. Weston's here is not even a month, so he's doing so well for a little guy. Right? Yeah, fun. Anyways, I think that's probably it for now. That's a lot of info in that one video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Yes.
I don't know.
How do I stop it?
With a little X.
This one?
Yeah.